In this episode of Game Boys, the boys hit up a local Comic-Con in search of video games. Will luck be on their side?
Everybody, we're going to a very local Comic-Con today. Isaac couldn't make it for some reason, personal stuff. But right now we got Fruit, aka Chito, Nick.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Me, and behind the camera, Sam.
Like always, yours truly.
In the past, it's kind of actually what it sounds like. It's a Comic-Con, so most of it's comics and toys. And granted, some of us in the group like that kind of stuff, but obviously we try to hunt for video games. So hopefully this year there's a little bit more game vendors. So.
Yeah, usually when I come to these, I look for like Dragon Ball figures or Dragon Ball like merch.
It's pretty close to our area, so we figure why not check it out, and it's only like a few bucks to get in anyway. So
We don't get events like this too often, and on top of that, you never know if you can actually end up getting something halfway decent over here.
Ass scat at.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for platinum. He's like, he didn't come though.
Just text him.
Spend more money.
Yeah?
PayPal me. Last blue. Dude, this looks cool.
I saw that and I thought that looked dope.
Box is beat up, but I mean, I don't care about that.
Surprisingly, right when we walked into the convention, we are bombarded with a booth full of video games. Most of them are great titles, but are priced accordingly to price chart. Nick and Sam didn't see anything that stuck out to them too much. Leo, on the other hand, saw a bunch of stuff that he couldn't wait to get his hands on.
I actually found a vendor, Nick pointed out, that had a lot of video games, not only video games, but video games I actually wanted and at good prices. I paid $23 for this whole lot, and it includes Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings. I already have this game, but I needed it so I could get a better cart because the one I have is very beat up. Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, which is a game that I used to own, and it's one of those that uses the touchscreen gimmick a little too much, but it's still a really solid game and one of the best graphically looking games on the Nintendo DS. Next was Ninja Gaiden Sigma, a game that I played the demo of for the PS3 back in like 2008, and I've always wanted the game, but I never got it for whatever reason, so $5 or technically less, really good. And lastly is Drakengard 3, which I don't know too much about apart from the fact that it's a series that led into the Nier series, if I remember correctly, which has the game Nier Automata, which is very well received. And what's interesting is that this is one of the few PS3 games that, if you look right here, has a blue label as opposed to the black label or the old school Spider-Man 3 looking font right there. Paid $23 for the whole lot. It was valued at $30 from the guy, so really good. I made out with like a bandit.
All right, Leo. Hand over your games and no one gets hurt.
We came across another booth that has some cool collectible stuff, along with a bunch of retro video games. Nick and Sam are leading the pack, and are digging through the boxes and boxes of video games to see if they could find anything.
There's bound to be something decent in here.
I think it's cool if you have like some holes you gotta fill in.
Yeah.
Nick is determined to catch this vendor slipping and look through every single one of these Super Nintendo games. Unfortunately, most of them are sports titles.
Got any Spider-Man PS3 games? Or this it right here?
Spider-Man PS3?
Yeah. No. Alright.
it off the ground. How much on this one?
$10.
$10.
Nick stumbled upon Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, Gex, and Ready to Rumble, but they were asking a little bit too much from what we're used to.
Hey, what's up? Hey, nice shirt.
Hey, thanks.
You ever find me again?
All right, yeah.
I'll let you know if I see anything.
Subscribe, please consider subscribing because every little bit helps. If you like this type of stuff, maybe show your friends who are into this kind of thing. But we're just happy that you guys are actually digging the ride if you are, and we're just happy to put this stuff out.
Nick spotted some Sonic items at the gachapon section of the convention and decided to try his luck to see what he could come up with.
Keychain. Hopefully I don't get Amy.
Hopefully you get Sonic.
Okay, I don't want Silver. Silver's, I hate that character, dude.
Why?
Because he's bad.
Oh, you got Silver, bro. You got Amy?
I got Eggman, I think.
You did? What is it?
Eggman.
Oh, I got Eggman.
It's not bad. It's cool.
Apart from comics and games, the thing that Chito loves the most of these conventions is the artist alleys and all of the wonderful art they bring.
Thank you very much. Alright, so like I said, I usually don't buy video games at Comic-Con. I come for the merchandise and stuff, and I copped some posters. Pretty dope posters. I copped the last Sora. Looks pretty fire. And I copped the last Green Ranger too. Look at that.
Amazing looking print.
Yeah, then I got some Ultra Instinct Goku, and I got this sticker for my MacBook. Little Pokemon. I like supporting people who do this kind of stuff because I used to like to draw a lot in high school, so I like supporting them.
Nick is not content with leaving with just one Eggman, so he decided to try his luck again. What is he gonna get this time?
There we go. Alright, thank you. Are they called pachinko machines or just like gachapon machines? Found a couple Sonic keychains. Initially, I got Eggman, which is Dr. Robotnik for those of you who may not follow. Yeah. And then I tried again because I wanted some of the main characters, so I got Tails and then I got Sonic.
Does this not look cute? Even though it's a pop,
Indoraptor is
still
pretty
looks
cute.
cute, dude. I found this cutie right here, and I had to cop him. He said like 11, I think, and I was like, "Hey, not for 10." He's like,
The boys spot a vendor with a bunch of Dragon Ball and anime Funko Pops. Are the boys finally gonna break and get themselves their first Funko Pop?
"Are you guys gonna get one? If you're, I'm down to get one too. If you guys are down." Yeah. One of the Goku. They said I'm down to get one too. Well, we probably have change. But then again, at that point,
It's fine. Like, you guys could have the $2 more. Let's take one.
you already know we out here. We got
Pay for that. Individually about $8.
like $8 each. I got a Trunks. I was thinking between the Trunks or the Goku Black. Tommy boy. Green Ranger is better, dude. I always liked the Green Ranger because he was badass. Granted, I still like the White Ranger, but I thought the Green Ranger was better.
I've never bought Funko Pops before, but there's certain ones that I kind of been looking out for. I'm a big fan of Overwatch, and I like Torbjorn. He's kind of a troll character. If any of you have ever played League of Legends, he's kind of like Heimerdinger. He builds a little turret.
Oh, he has his own little turret on the side?
Yeah,
That's dope.
and it's like, he's kind of known as a troll character, but he's really fun, and they were pretty cheap, right? Generally, they're like $10.
Yeah,
and,
retail they go like 10 or something. You pay like $8 for them.
yeah, essentially $8. We did like, it was like 3 for $25, so.
And then I got also my first venture into the Funko Pop Future Trunks. I'm really into Dragon Ball, so I figured might as well get this. It was my first one. Put it on my desk while I edit these episodes, you know.
Hey.
So overall, it's pretty good little.
I actually bought a
journey
lot
to-
more stuff this year.
As far as the local cons go, this has been the best experience I've had with Funko the past couple of years. or past year, we've gone to 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
The first one had like basically no games whatsoever, and same was the case with the second one. I think there was a couple, but they were already basically sold by the time we found them. So
Yeah.
this one actually had good stuff.
I think overall this one is the best one so far. The first one, it was the first year, so it was kind of unorganized and much more crowded, and the aisles weren't as well spaced out. The second one was okay, but this one is, for my opinion, most of us will probably agree, it was probably the best one thus far, so yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Signing out. No, sir. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Now it's time for the end of the episode recap. Let's start off with Sam. Sam was able to snag his first ever Funko Pop for $8, with it being Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Sam ended up saving a grand total of $2. Next is Nick. Nick tried his luck at 3 Sonic gachapons. He got an Eggman, Sonic, and Tails. He also bought his first ever Funko Pop, with it being Torbjorn from Overwatch. Nick also ended up saving a grand total of $2. Next is Chito. He picked up a couple of Funko Pops, one of them being a Jurassic Park one, and another being a Digimon one. He also picked up a couple of beautiful art prints. Chito ended up saving a grand total of $9. Next is Leo. Leo picked up Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, and Drakengard 3 for a total of $23. He ended up saving $30. As always, we ended up having a great time hunting for video games with each other, and like we always say, great times with friends is priceless. If you enjoyed this video, check out the rest of our video game hunting videos. We have tons of videos uploaded already where we find amazing games.